instead of creating more higher highs here. So price came down to balance this range a little bit. So that's just it. So we'll still be expecting more like a retracement down into the, should I call it like the premium level where the discount. So now it is really safe to look for buys from here. So we'll be expecting retracement down to premium zone before we can continue selling. Notice that we have a break of structure already, even as big as a 15-minute here. We have this place to be a break of structure, guys. But I'm not really here doing an analysis. I'm just showing you the result. Like it's more like a review. But this is a break of structure, and we are bearish, full time bearish, until we have a shift in market structure on the 1 minute, which we don't really have right now. Okay, this is it here. This is a shift in market structure here for the bullish side. So we still want to see price come down a little because this are liquidity. This range here, we still have more range of liquidity here. But that's just it for today, guys. Let me don't go further because the way I'm seeing it, I can continue analyzing the chart over and over and over again. But I'm just talking about the trade I took today, so there's no need of me going further to explain more. So, guys, if you've watched down to the end of this video, please do well to like, subscribe. Alright, guys, I just came back to my chat on gold and I saw this whole stuff here. I remember what I was saying just before I finished the previous video I uploaded. I told you that was yesterday, that gold was going to continue bullish right from this particular zone where we had a market structure shift, guys. So it's something you should always know, that market structure is really paramount while you're doing your analysis. So I was expecting price to come back to this area from after the shift, come back a little bit, but it did not. But we just had price trade down to this zone, which is our PY. Let me check what I had here. So okay, this is an imbalance, guys. So we want to see price come down from here, from New York session. This is about 12:55. So New York session will be around 1 o'clock. So from here we want to start shorting from here, guys. If you look at this very well from the 2 hour time frame, we have that this is a mitigation block here. So we have that this is a mitigation block, and you can still see an inversion fair value gap right here. Let me show you guys. So this is an inversion fair value gap. Let me show you right here. Pardon me. So we have this to be an inversion fair value gap. This two place, break of structure, inversion fair here. So when we have a change of character here, we will then start selling from here. So that's it. So by New York session, I will come back to trade this particular pair. So more like a continuation from yesterday's video. So do well to subscribe and like, and also comment on where necessary you're not really getting clear. Alright, guys, back to this chart, and today there was a news release, but I didn't want to partake in any news trading today, so I didn't trade the news around 1:30, the unemployment thing. But this is what happened here. The news came to this inversion favorable gap, closed this gap, and rejected from this particular zone. So I don't know what we'll be having here. I don't know if I might get any other opportunity from here because we did not break to the downside. So I don't know what to decide on this particular trade. What I have here is a liquidity sweep, guys, below here. So I have a liquidity sweep here, except I'll go back to the 1 minute to look for a little entry to scalp. But for me, as for today, since the news came in and I didn't wanted to trade the news like I did yesterday, I just wanted to, let's play and give me a setup around here. But the news did not give me any setup. So look at it on the 5 minutes. I did not really get any setup here. So it just came into the box. No even proper change of character here. No proper change of character here, guys. So it just came in and just dropped and went down with the news. So I could not like take any trade here. So guys, I don't know if I might still have any opportunity to trade this particular market. But on the 1 minute we have a BOS, but looking at from the 15 minutes here, 15 minutes does not look nice on this particular trade, so I'm just going to let it go. Except I want to wait for the trade around this other block. Same in this imbalance here. Except I want to wait for it around this other block. Maybe set my limit around this other block here. My sell limit there, then my stop loss will be above here. That's the only place I know that price can come back to. Then my TP will be here, back down. So that's the only place I know that price can come back to. But as for now, I don't really think that price is going to, you know, continue bearish today. All we'll be having today is like trying to cover up this imbalance on the 30 minutes is very clear. On the 30 minutes, this imbalance are very clear. So you see price try to cover up this imbalance down to this other block here. The last close up, like see now, this is a buy candle and this whole impulsive move of the sell candle. So price should just form something like this down to this other block here. Alright guys, the limits got triggered, so let's go to the chart and see what we have on the chart. Okay guys, this is the chart here, and looking at it, we got triggered at this point. So you can see how it reacted to the other block and took out liquidity above this high, and now we want to see price go down a little bit from this zone. So looking at the 15 minutes here guys, you see what really happened here. Price went up down to this place. It did not trigger my limit yet, then came down from this other block here, tapped into the other block after taking out liquidity here. So that's the other block. So this is it. If we go further to 1 minute, you see that price is dropping, and we want to see it drop at least down a little bit to this liquidity here, this equal lows where I'm drawing now. We have this equal lows, so it's more like a consolidation area. So we want to see price trade below it and take out liquidity here, then we wait for the next move. So if price should trade below it, we'll be having a shift in market structure downwards. So for now, we are not really certain that we are really going to go down. We just want to see how price reacts to this level here. If we can just trade below this particular liquidity level, then we'll watch out for the next move in the market guys. So alright guys, so welcome back to the chart, and from where we stopped, this is 5 minutes gold chart. So this was what I noticed guys that made me run out from the market, and price did not even come back to our point of take profit. So this is it here. We had our liquidity to be here. This was my first target for the first TP. Then this is what happened. Let me show you something. So guys, this is the last high here within that range. I was looking out for price to take out liquidity. So on the 5 minutes, this was the place that triggered this particular place here triggered my limit there. And if you look closely guys, this was what I have here. Now price swept liquidity, but it closed above the last high. Let me show you the high guys. So this is the high. So price closed above this high. Now you check on the 15 minutes, you see it clearly that that was not just a sweep of liquidity, it was a BOS, a break of structure to the upside. So around this point here, you can see how body of these candlesticks were, how they closed here. Look at it, this particular place here. So now if I check 15 minutes, you see what 15 minutes look like in that zone here. So this is 15 minutes guys. So later on, while I was just waiting on the trade, I saw that these candlesticks have closed above my last high, which is now a break of structure. This is the last high within this range here. It broke above here, so I had to close those trade guys, and After closing, you see what really happened there. Price continue moving upwards. So price never came down to this point of liquidity. Price never came down. Price never came down to this other block here. Price never came down. Price did not even feel this imbalance completely to show you that there were enough momentum of buyers in the market. So that was what really happened, guys. And if you see what really happened here, if you check the 1 hour, price still used that same momentum to break above here, above this last high. Oh, let me show you at the 2 hours. That momentum to break above this last high. But there was something that happened, and I was not in the market, guys, which was really, really nice. Now, if you look at this is one of the reasons why I always tell you guys to trade with time frame. Look at here. We had a retracement here, guys. This is a retracement after price broke this high. Now, let me show you something. Using this to check the coordinates here. This is, look at the time here. This is when we had the retracement. Just okay, guys, let me take it out. Look around here. This just watch around this zone here so you can get the time. So look at, are you seeing? This is 14:15, that's 2:15 p.m. New York session. New York session always starts from 1:30 p.m. and from 1:30 p.m. to about 3:30 p.m. you always get a setup. So this setup came in around 2:15 p.m. where price retraced in to this other block. Not to the other block, to this imbalance. And from here you will get your entry. If you go to 1 minute from here, you will have your entry from here, guys. So after a break of structure to the downside, most people were about to go in for a sell here, but price broke down. Yes, you will call this is a break of structure to the downside. Of course, that's what most people are going to see while trading the New York time. So you see a BS to the downside, and let's see this particular BS. When did it happen here? This BS happened around 2 o'clock. Around 2 o'clock. But another advantage you will have that you're trading from the higher time frame. So this is just the 1 minute and it does not really matter like that. When you trade from a higher time frame perspective, you tend to stand your ground. On the higher time frame, you just had a big, like you just had a kind of good break of structure to the upside where price took out this last high. This last high, yeah. So price took out this last high, guys. This is 2 hours. Price broke this last high around New York session. So we are trading with the higher time frame perspective right here. So on the New York session, this is what would have happened. You would have just come down to this point using the 5 minutes, even if the 1 minute. In the 1 minute now, you know that your trend is bullish because you just broke structure on the higher time frame. So even if you see this as a break of structure around 2:30 p.m. because we are trading New York session and you want to really get a setup, you will not really be that confused because you must have marked your point of entry around there, guys. Using the 1 hour, you just or using the 2 hour, you just know that you have this range here. You just want to see price come around this range here, any of this part here, just fill in fill up this impulsive move a little bit, just close it up a little bit. So that was what really happened here. Price came and closed up this impulsive move, so there was no specific area where we expected price to really stop at closing the move. So what would have you do at this particular point? You wait for a shift in market structure because we have enough of move. Like, let me show you something. So this is it here. The whole of this place here are liquidity void. So you cannot really start buying from here again after this retracement because you don't know if price is going to come in to fill up all of the void. You don't know. So what you will just do is once you see price fill up the void to a certain level, you go down to your 1 minute. Since you want to be trading with the higher time frame perspective, you go down to your 1 minute and you look for a change of character. Now, where will you have your change of character? This is it here, guys. This is the last high. So price broke here. You want to be careful while you're doing this. You don't want to be taking sell trade on a bullish trend. We just broke structure upward. So during the New York time, you want to be taking more of buys because we broke up, like we broke structure to the upside. So this is it here. We have our last BOS to be at this point, and this is where we have this retracement. You know, most times, most people might want to wait for price around this point here, but price never came into this imbalance here. So this would have been a perfect entry, but price never came in to fill this imbalance, guys. You can see the imbalance here. You can see this imbalance. So price never came in to fill up this imbalance. So it continues. So you would have just take your trade from around this point. Your stop loss will be below the imbalance here, which is about 30 pips. Then you target this high. This will be your take profit. That is about $6. You just do that first. Then if you want to continue, you can look for a higher time frame profit target. So that is it, guys, on this particular setup on gold. So that was how I did not take this setup. I did not take this buy move. I did not take the buy setup. So I was not really online, guys. So please, guys, if you are still on this particular video till now and you've not yet subscribed, please do well to subscribe for more videos where you can also watch the continuation or the beginning of the analysis. This is more like a part two. It's more like a continuation from where I stopped. Alright, guys, thank you for watching and please subscribe to my channel.